Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I am installing a new weather station in my location here. This is the Misol Color Display Wireless Weather Station. Alright everybody, welcome back. So I wanted to show you this today because I know I previously had a weather station out there, but it was Accurite. The one that I've been using. And it's really funny because my old monitor for that Accurite station works out here in the garage, and the new one works inside. However, I found that it was kind of lacking some information, and it definitely didn't log anything historically for me, and it also didn't upload to a website where I could actually see what was going on. This one will do all of that and more. It's really interesting, and before we get started on it, I wanted to let you know I picked this up from Banggood, and Banggood is having a global shopping festival. Starts Monday, 11/1 to 11/12. And then right after that, they're having the Black Friday sale from 11/13 to 11/28. So I wanted to let you guys know, if you follow the link for this weather station, which I'll put down below, you'll be able to participate in that. There's tons of stuff on sale. One of the things I like about Banggood, and why I've been shopping there a lot, is because you actually get what you pay for. I know Wish will show you something like this as a beautiful picture, and then you'll go to buy it, and it'll come and it'll be like a little tiny little monitor and a tiny little thing. You never get what you want. Banggood actually gives you everything you want. I do have a couple more products from them too that I actually picked up on my own that I want to show you because they're just cool. But I think something like this is really handy, especially from a prepper's perspective. You've got the ability to monitor the weather from a remote location. Okay, even if you're not home, you can do this through your phone. They do have an app in the, I believe it's the Apple Store, and I believe they have an app for Android, but I'm not sure on that Android thing, so I will get back to you. I'll pin it in the comments if I find it. But this is really, really simple to use. I know, I'm going to show you the manual for this. This is the manual. Now, I know this is going to scare some people, like, oh, I'm not technical, I don't know how to work that. Don't worry about it. You'll get it. This is very, very simple to operate. Now, for the last, week, I've had the weather station remote sensor out here set up out here to just test it. And I've had this on my desk. This is the whole unit right here. This is the unit that's connected to Wi-Fi that will upload to Weather Underground, which I am currently uploading to, although my information isn't correct because that's not outside. This is your indoor temperature, humidity, and pressure sensor. This is where you'll put somewhere in your house where you want to monitor the weather from. I will probably put mine over by my computer area because I like knowing what's inside here. And the one that I have has the sensor in it already, so that's where it's monitoring from. So I think that's a good kind of handy little way to keep an eye on things. So this transmits on a wireless frequency. It's 433 megahertz, just a little bit under the ham band. The color display receives wind, direction, rainfall, temperature, UV, solar radiation, and all from this outdoor sensor. And barometric pressure inside your home, humidity and temperature from the indoor sensor. It also does it from the outdoor sensor as well. Now, putting this part together, let me get that out of the way. Putting this part together is extremely easy. You're literally going to push down and snap this into place. Push this right on the, there'll just be a little piece of metal sticking up. I'm going to push it on there, and I'm going to bring this up to the camera so you can see. You're going to screw in that set screw. And this one, it's got a little block inside, so you can only put it on one way because you want the directions to be correct. So you'll turn that to the block, you'll put this on where the little piece of plastic is blocking it, and it will go right in there perfectly, and you'll set your set screw. That's it. It's that simple. There is a sensor here, which you want facing the sun. There is a solar panel under here, okay? I want folks to understand this is not to keep your batteries charged. This is for your solar radiation and UV, all right? And I'm going to uncover that now because we're going to be putting this outside in a minute. To run this unit, it takes two AA's, and as you can tell, I've taken the really high-end Duracell Optimum, I believe they call, batteries in there, okay? You'll see the little red light flash from time to time. There is a reset here if you want to reset everything. And this is the round circle where you're going to be mounting it on your pole. You don't need a pole this big. You can use a pole this big. I may have to finagle my little mount a little bit because my other unit was very, very light. It was essentially something like this, straight on the top. This is a little bit heavier in the front, so I may have to put a thicker pole out there. We'll do that. I'll show you what it looks like once it's mounted. We're not going to get into the weeds on mounting it because that's fairly simple. Now, one of the things I really like about this is it's not just wind speed, which is what my other unit does. It's wind direction with that back monitor back there. So I can tell which way the wind's blowing as well as the speed. And if I miss it, if I'm in the middle of the night and there's a huge windstorm and I get up in the morning and everybody's saying, wow, did you hear that wind? I can go into my historical data here and read all about it, and see what was going on. So that I really like on the unit itself. You do have a choice here. If you want to do white or black, you can do a white screen, which is pretty nice, or you can do the black screen. I find the black screen, at least in my computer area, kind of pops out more at me, and I like the black screen better. Another nice feature about this is it's got this rainfall and humidity sensor, so I can tell how much it's rained. And I can tell how much it's rained by all the little information in here, yearly, monthly, weekly, everything. And I did drop a tiny little bit of water in there, so that's why you're seeing a 0.03. It does work. Did test it out. So that's kind of neat too. You have your UV index down here, your outside temperature, and your indoor temperature. And your barometric pressure down here. And you kind of a little bit of a weather forecast, what it's going to be like. Now to set this up is fairly simple. I'm going to move the monitor away here, the sensor. And we're going to move this over here so you can see it. Basically, everything that you're going to need to do as far as sensor and setup and all that, and getting your password and username into this machine for your Wi-Fi and your online Weather Underground account if you chose to do it that way, is going to be done through this button here. These are all your settings. Okay, so you can set up your date and time, all that. You just scroll through them. See how I'm scrolling through there? And I'm not going to mess with that there. I mean, it's fairly self-explanatory. It will scan for your Wi-Fi in your house. You'll put your password in. The weather server is interesting. Now, I just did this for Weather Underground. What they do is you sign up to be a remote sensor, part of the remote sensor network, and they will send you a station ID and a station key. It's kind of like a username and a password. You're going to put that in there, okay, where it says Weather Server, and you'll be up and running in no time. Very simple. It'll tell you, you'll have three choices. I believe the three choices are Weather Underground, metrooffice.gov.uk, and Weather Cloud. Those are the three sites that you can upload with this. That's why I chose Weather Underground. I use that site all the time, or Wonderground as they call it. I use that site constantly, and when you get back to the screen here, you'll see the little WU icon up top there. Okay? And this is your Wi-Fi signal, and this is your signal from this unit here. So you can tell it's a very strong signal. This will work from about 300 feet away. So you got about 300 feet where you can put it, and you'll be perfectly fine as far as picking it up. 330 feet, actually. So, also, too, another nice thing, you got your sunrise and sunset, and it kind of predicts it for you when the sun will rise and set. It's just a cool little system. Now, the historical data, okay, fairly easy to set up. You're going to go in through here. These are all your alarms. Okay, this is your indoor and outdoor temperature. These are your calibrations. If you choose to calibrate it, it does come pre-calibrated. And this is your, if you want to re-register your transmitters. If something happens, you take the batteries out, you got to re-register it. Reset the factory, clear history, clear minimum, maximum, backup data, which we have going on, and your display. So it's fairly simple to use, and it's a really neat little system. One of the things I like about it is you can turn up your screen intensity a little bit there, and I told you you can turn it off too. At night, when I go to bed, I just shut it off, and in the morning I come back and turn it on. So you can turn the screen off, save a little bit of power. Okay, over here you have your barometer settings, your relative or your ABS. This will change your channel, and this is your history. Okay. These are all your histories. Now, once I put this outside, I'm going to reset all of this data. But you can see there's just tons of stuff in here. Highs and lows. Your solar radiation, wind, whatever. So that will give you a good idea. And all the wind settings on this have been generated by me just slapping the wind monitor. So nothing in that is really real yet. So what I'm going to do is take this outside, and not this, but take that outside, and mount that on whatever I come up with for a mount. I have a pole out there already, but I doubt that it's going to work because it's such a small little hole, such a small little pole on top. Now, another note of caution with this is this does come with a European plug, so you are going to need an adapter. You will notice I have my travel adapter back there. It does come like that. I do not see an option for it to be ordered with the US style plug. Really no big deal. You literally just stick that on there and plug it in and it's fine. So, let's get this mounted outside. I will show you what it looks like once it's mounted, and we will finish up with the video and I'll give you the price and the link for where you can pick one of these up. Okay folks, just really quickly, this is the sensor that I was using before, and you can see how thin that little wood pole is. It's also not very sturdy, so we are going to rearrange it so that I can have the bigger sensor up there. It does sit in a piece of PVC tubing, so I have a smaller piece of PVC tubing that will secure inside and work perfectly. So I'm going to pull this down and put up the new one. Alright, so there is the sensor mounted. It was very, very simple. I was lucky enough to have that old piece of PVC that I painted a long time ago to use for ham radio, and I never really used it. I ended up getting a slide-up metal pole that works a whole lot better, and fit right into the old PVC. It's mounted up there fairly stable. I'm probably going to guy it so it doesn't move around in high winds, but it's mounted up there pretty stable. It's not going to move around too much. So I'm pleased with that part so far. Let's take a look at the monitor and see how that's doing. Alright, so we're all set up. Everything is installed. I have the indoor sensor over by my desk where I work, and I have the outdoor sensor here, and it'll take a few days for this to get set up. You'll see the UV index down here from that solar panel. There's your barometer. It's a nice little system. I am probably going to reset the settings just to start from fresh so I have correct historical information, but it's only been up for 3 days, so I may not reset it. Anyway, folks, I'm very, very pleased with it. I will give you a link down below. Now, these are not cheap. They run about 280 bucks. That's why I'm letting you know about the sale. I'm really happy with this, and I really wanted a new, usable, new, a little bit more sophisticated weather station, and I think I got it right here. This is really, really nice. Definitely, I like the back and forth between the white and that. I'm sorry, there we go. I'm not sure that the white doesn't show up very well on camera, but it actually looks pretty nice. Let's see if you can. Actually, looks pretty nice in person. But I kind of like the black because it's a little more contrast and sticks out, and you can even see it better on camera. So this will sit by my desk. I will give you an update if I run into any problems with it. Really don't think I will. It seems to be working very well. It seems to be doing what it's supposed to do. And being that I've run it for, shoot, a good, I don't know, 4 or 5 days out here, it's not giving me the slightest bit of problem. You see I have a nice full signal on my receiver, so that's no problem at all. Again, I'm probably 10 feet from it. When I go inside, I'll be maybe 11 feet from it. But definitely something to be interested in if you are a prepper or if you like the weather. I am also a weather geek. I love to watch the weather. But if you're a prepper, having a heads up and a way to know about what's going on around you is definitely something cool. And having a historical kind of way to look back on it, given that it does have a slot for an SD card, by the way, on the side there. I will be putting one in so I can store that. It exports it in the .csv format so you can read it in Excel or any Excel similar programs. If you have some of the open source similar Office programs, it'll read it in that too. So I definitely like that fact. I can actually pull up the data, read it on my computer right in front of me, send it to somebody if they're interested. And I like the fact that it uploads to Wonderground there. That way I can keep an eye on my weather station when I'm not home. I don't even need an app on my phone to track me or whatever. I can just go look online, bookmark the page, and check out the weather where I am. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Kind of a quick one today. Really didn't have much to do about this. It's fairly simple. The setup on this is not difficult. I don't want people to freak out. Seriously, if you're not interested in using all that other fancy stuff, you just put your inside monitor inside, put your outside monitor outside, up about 10, 15, 20 feet. You're good. You're done. You're good. All this stuff will automatically start showing up. So I'm waiting for the first day of wind so I can see how well that works. We haven't had any real wind out here since I put it up. So, maybe 1 or 2 miles an hour, nothing major. So anyway, folks, I will put a link down below where you can pick this up. You may want to wait. Like I said, the Global Shipping Festival they're having is from 11/1 to 11/12, and the Black Friday sale is 11/13 to 11/28. So you may want to wait for those dates. Pretty much everything's going to be on sale on the site. And I really have to say I've yet to have any product from them not work. All right, so you can be fairly sure. I've been buying a lot of stuff from them because I've been looking at all this kind of cool, neat stuff that I wanted to pick up. I do have something very cool coming up soon for your hams. I'll give you a little tease. It's basically a handheld portable HF transceiver, HF in 6 meters. So you guys are going to see that in an upcoming video. It's going to take me a little bit to put the antennas out and do all that, but we are going to give it a good workout and test. So I've not had any problems. You just saw the wind kick up there at 1.1 mile an hour. I've not had any problems with any of their gear, so I could definitely tell you they're good stuff. Anyway, folks, like I said, the link will be down below. You can check it out. If you're interested in picking up the Misol color display wireless weather station, our Amazon affiliate store is down below that. If you're interested in buying anything that I show on the channel as far as camping gear and cook stuff and everything, I try to put it all in there, especially the power stations. And I did lie to you guys. I forgot. I have one more power station to do. But it's a good one. It's over 1,000 watts, so you'll like it. I totally forgot I had it coming. But that's down the road a little bit. And don't forget to check out our freeze-dried wholesalers link. He has been busy. If you guys get his newsletter, he has been swamped with orders. And he's still going strong. He still has product. So this is the time to get your orders in ahead of time and make sure you are set up. If you follow my link, you're going to save 15% just for clicking my link. So check that out. We have our My Patriot Supply link as well. I did see a good uptick in orders in that this month. That is preparewithiridium.com, preparewithiridium.com, and our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store. So far, they have not been affected at all. They are really well stocked up after the last March. So they're ready for it. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay prepared.